Sauce Gardner.
Sauce Gardner is a New York Jet!
Swaggy Sauce Gardner.
I love Sauce. I love his tape. I love his press technique. I love his confidence. He has everything you want to see in the position. And I think Robert Saleh in this scheme is perfect. It's a hand-in-glove fit for him, man.
Garrett Wilson.
It's Garrett Wilson! The New York Jets have just got two big-time playmakers!
I believe that Garrett Wilson is going to be the most impactful rookie receiver in this class. And I think we see Zach Wilson play like he did the last 6 games of the year, times 10, and have a phenomenal second season.
Wow, you think? Yeah! Let's Jermaine Johnson!
Brees Hall, running back, Iowa State.
Brees Hall, oh my God, they got him! They went offense. They went with the best running back in the draft. Jeremy Ruckert, oh my God! The Long Island native is a New York Jet!
J-E-T-S, Jet.
Let's go! Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to another Jets Media live stream, and today we'll be going into the Jets and Dolphins flight preview. As you guys know, we go live here every Thursday to break down who are the Jets going up against and how are they going to beat them. Who are the X Factors? What are the keys to victory? This is a big-time game for the New York Jets. We also have some Jets news to get into. Brees Hall, Rookie of the Week. Jets Twitter remains undefeated. You give a Jets rookie a chance to win that award, they're winning it. I don't care who deserves it. Brees Hall gets it after going for 66 yards in the game-winning touchdown. Shout out Brees Hall. Shout out everybody in the chat. We got John, hashtag we here. Let's go Knicks, baby. Ness, let's go. A few more days till Jets Media Day. Let's go. Squish the fins. Love the intro as always. Thank you, JT. Appreciate that. Ali, sup, gang? Can't wait till Sunday. Let's go. 100%. 100%, baby. So this is going to be an awesome stream. I'm really excited to give you guys my thoughts of this matchup against the Miami Dolphins. And I think every Jets fan understands how important this game is. Because as a Jets fan base, we understand the magnitude of a divisional game because of how bad we've been inside of the division. This Jets team has shocked the world so far this year. But it's not over yet. We still got a lot to prove. We're only in week number 5 here. Nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, picked the Jets to go 2-2 to start off the year. So we're already proving the doubters wrong. But there's still a lot to prove. Because we are not going to be respectable in this division. Dolphins fans, Bills fans, and Patriots fans, they're not going to respect the New York Jets until we start winning games inside of the division. And now is the chance to do just that this Sunday against the Miami Dolphins team. And I guarantee you, Dolphins fans will not admit it, but they're a little nervous going into this game because all the experts are picking the Dolphins. They're the favorites. And whether you hear Dolphins fans on Twitter saying like, yeah, we're going to cream the Jets. They're literally the Jets. They're the Jets. They're laughing at us and just, you're the Jets. They're easy win. They're the Jets. I love that energy. I love that energy. I'm seeing it all over Twitter from Dolphins fans. Now, I'm not saying that it's guaranteed the Jets are going to win, but I absolutely love that there's still Dolphins fans feeling like this is just a cakewalk. And it's just the Jets. Oh, this is going to be an easy W for the Dolphins, right? Think again, baby. Think again. Dolphins fans got to remember last year, you guys beat us twice, but you're lying to yourself if you don't believe that one of those games should have been a win for the Jets. I'm not going to get deeper into that game, but both of those games were competitive and came down to the wire. So that's why I'm really excited about this game because the Jets and the Dolphins always come out with really good games. You know, it's never really a blowout. It's always a close battle between the two teams. The Dolphins have got the better of the Jets in recent years, as we all know. And now this is a really good opportunity for the Jets to really show up. Because guess what, guys? If the Jets win this game, we're tied for second place in the division. Assuming Buffalo beats the Pittsburgh Steelers, which I think they will. the Jets will be tied in second place in the division. We'll actually be in second place. So this is a big-time game for so many different reasons for the Jets, because we got Zach Wilson coming off that game-winning performance last week against the Steelers. Zach Wilson was not perfect. There's a lot of things that he needs to clean up, but I think every Jets fans is very excited about what we saw from Zach Wilson's sophomore debut. We expected the rust. The rust was there, but Zach Wilson came out there in the fourth quarter and did something that I did not expect him to do this early in the season. Show poise, confidence, clutch abilities, willing his team back from victory. And I think we have the Dolphins right where we want them, man, because they're living on a high. They're 3-1, and everybody's still picking the Dolphins, even though Tua is out and there's a lot of injuries on the Miami Dolphins secondary. And I think the Jets have a big-time opportunity here to pull off an upset. I genuinely believe that. Now, I don't think it's going to be easy because the Miami Dolphins are a very talented team. They have the best wide receiver duo in the NFL with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. And the Jets defense has a lot cut out to them. It's not going to be easy, guys. But I like this, the way that this Jets team has been playing this year. I feel like it matches up well against this Miami Dolphins team, both offensively and defensively. It's also going to be a great test because it's going to be the first time Robert Saleh goes up against Mike McDaniel. Both of those guys are both coming from the San Francisco 49ers coaching tree with Kyle Shanahan. So it's going to be a really fun matchup. This is going to be a very good game for the NFL. And I absolutely love the fact that we got this game at home to start off the AFC East battle in the division. So the Jets have a lot to prove here. We haven't proved really anything, right, to the NFL. And I'm not asking for anybody to respect the Jets nationally yet. There's some praise going Zach Wilson's way, which is rightfully so. But there's still a lot to prove here. We had a fluke win against the Browns, and then we had a true NFL win against the Steelers. Those two wins, though, basically saved the season because now we're 2-2. 1-3 is not good. Sorry, Patriots. Even though you guys started 1-3 last year, made the playoffs, you never know. So the Jets still have to earn their respect. But what I love about this Jets team is they are talented. The youth is showing up. The rookies are playing out of their minds. Daniel Jeremiah in his top 25 rookie list. The Jets have 4 players on that list. 3 of them in the top 5. Sauce Gardner, the best rookie in the league. Garrett Wilson, the 5th best. Breece Hall, the 8th best. Jermaine Johnson, the 18th best. Remember when everybody was praising the Jets draft class all offseason? Well, it's coming to fruition, baby. And that's what you want to see. The year 2 players for the New York Jets, they are showing up big time. Elijah Vera Tucker is arguably the most valuable player on this Jets team. Zach Wilson in his sophomore debut is looking great. Not great, right? He looked good for a quarter, but there's a lot to be hopeful about for Zach. Elijah Moore hasn't really panned out this year so far. I think that's more just a lot of guys around him. It's not anything against Elijah Moore's play style. It's just more about the scheme and having a lot of playmakers on this team that are taking the targets away from him. Michael Carter had a really strong start to the season. So the draft picks are looking good. Michael Carter, the second, coming up big in his year number 2. So this Jets team is looking good, man, and I'm super excited. Big-time test for Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed as well. So before we get into the deep nitty-gritty of the flight preview, going into the keys to victory and everything you need to know about the Miami Dolphins, if you're a Jets fan, we're going to talk about PrizePicks, baby, because PrizePicks is the proud sponsor of the flight preview segment here every week on Jets Media. So let's together go over PrizePicks and try to come out with a parlay that we can all make some money with. Because as you guys know, PrizePicks is a daily fantasy app that allows you to create parlays and win you some money. And if you guys look at this, I got $335 in here. That's not from my bank account. That's from me winning on PrizePicks. And to give you guys an idea of my past entries, last week I didn't win all 5, but I still won some money back. I did a 5-leg parlay. 3 out of the 5 hit. I still got $10 back. Another leg, 4 out of the 5 hit. I still doubled my money. And then last week, we won big. So PrizePicks gives you such a great opportunity to win some good money because all you have to do to lose your money is pick 2 out of the 5 right. Now, if you can't pick at least 3 out of the 5 right, then I'm sorry. You don't got good luck. So in this week, we're going to come out with a parlay together on the Jets game. So let's do this. I want everybody in the chat to help me out. So we're going to take Zach Wilson's yards. We're going to take Elijah Moore's yards. And then we're going to take the Jets sacks. And then let's see the Dolphins. What do they got cooking up? And then we're going to take, Bridgewater's at 240. That's pretty crazy. We're going to take Teddy's interceptions. And then I like Sanders. Okay, so I think Zach Wilson's going to go over 215 yards. He got 252 last week. The Miami Dolphins are aggressive defense. They like to pressure. They like to give up explosive plays, but they also like to force turnovers. So I think Zach Wilson, he might have a couple turnovers here, but I think there's going to be some explosive plays. So I'm definitely going to take Zach Wilson's more on 215. I'm also going to take Elijah Moore's more on 45.5. I think this is the breakout game for Elijah Moore because Elijah Moore had his best game last year against the Miami Dolphins, so I think he's going to do the same. The Jets defense. Now, this is interesting because the Dolphins' pass protection have been pretty good this year. They only gave up 1 sack last week against the Bengals, but I think Quinnen Williams is going to have a field day today. Not today, Sunday. Quinnen Williams is going up against Eichenberg, and the Miami Dolphins' offensive line is good with their tackles, but the interior offensive line has been skeptical. Therefore, I'm taking the more on the Jets pass rush, and they're going to get more than 2.5 sacks. I also think Teddy Bridgewater is going to throw an interception. And I also think Jason Sanders is going to go more on his field goals. So this is what I got right here. Let me know your thoughts. Anybody have any thoughts about this? Anything I should take away or add? Because I think this has a chance to hit right here. Zach Wilson, more than 215.5 yards. Elijah Moore, more than 45.5 receiving yards. Jets defense with three sacks. Teddy Bridgewater with an interception. And then Jason Sanders with 2 field goals made. I think this is likely. Does anybody want to join the party? If you want to join the party, PrizePicks is running a promo. If you use my code JetsMedia down below in the description, they match up to $100 of your deposit. So you deposit $100, they give you $100 for free, but it doesn't have to be $100. You can deposit $10 and they give you $10 for free. You can deposit $25, they give you $25 for free. You can deposit $50 and they give you $50 for free. So it's a really great app. And the best part about this, guys, say, for example, everything hits, but Teddy Bridgewater doesn't throw an interception, I still double my money. I might not win big, right? We're going to put $25 on here. I may not win my $250, but 4 correct pays you 2 times your money. 3 correct pays you 0.4 times your money, so you get some of your money back, which is why I love PrizePicks. Because how many times have you guys won on a sports book and you made a parlay and everything hits but 1 and you make no money? That's what I'm trying to say, baby. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's really where I'm at. You know, I am skeptical on the Jets defense. So we're going to go back to the Jets real quick because the defense got 3 sacks last week. But the Miami Dolphins offense don't tend to give up a lot of sacks. So, you know, Breece Hall at 44.5 rushing yards, that could be good, but the Dolphins are also really good against the run. Garrett Wilson, 46.5 receiving yards could be good because I got the more on Zach Wilson, 215. And I think Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson could both get 50 yards each. So I might not honestly swap the sacks for Garrett Wilson more on his receiving yards. What do you guys think? Someone's saying swap sacks for under on Waddle yards. You guys think Waddle's going to go under? Waddle's not fully healthy and going against our secondary. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's skeptical, man. Jalen Waddle's a dog, and I don't want to bet against him. So we're going to replace the Jets sack totals, and we're going to give Garrett Wilson his shine, baby. Because Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore, I think the only way that Zach Wilson gets 215 plus passing yards is if Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson gets at least 50 yards apiece, right? And Jets Forever, you can't do two prop bets of the same player. So I can't do his yards and his pass attempts. So we're going to run with this, man. We're going to run with Garrett Wilson over 46.5, Jason Sanders over 2 field goals, Teddy Bridgewater interception, Elijah Moore more than 45.5, Zach Wilson 215.5. So we're doing it, baby. We place the entry. We're going to see if this hits. That's not going to be the only bet I'm going to be placing on this game because your boy's been pretty hot. And by the way, I'm going to be at the game this Sunday, so it will not be live during the game, just in case you guys are wondering where I'm at on Sunday. I'll be at MetLife Stadium doing a lot of content over there. So this is what I'm rolling with. If you guys want, Ness, is PrizePicks available in Connecticut? I am not sure. Download the app, Ness, make an account, and they'll turn your location on, and then it'll tell you if it's available. Honestly, I'm not too sure. So, but the only way you can find out, Ness, is downloading the app, making an account, and when you deposit money, it will tell you if you're allowed or not. So that's the way you do it. So JT says he was out with a groin, waiting to see their injury report today. Yeah, Jalen Waddle is a little banged up. Good news for the Jets. Zach Wilson's been battling an ankle injury. He's good. He's full go today. So again, guys, if you want to use my promo code JetsMedia, they match up to $100 of your deposit, 100%. Use my promo code JetsMedia down below. This is what I'm rolling with this week. Last week I had 2 bets, and none of them hit all 5, but I still won some money. So let me know down below if you guys are down for it. So now let's get into the flight preview. Guys, we got 52 people tuning in right now. If you guys are not already, do your boy a favor and smash that like button. We love having you guys here. We love having you guys here. How many likes do we got right now? How many likes do we got? We got 25 likes. Smash that thumbs up button, everybody, if you're enjoying the show. Please do your boy a favor and hit that like button. We greatly, greatly appreciate that. Also, Jets fans, tomorrow night on the AFC East Roundtable, you guys know Ryan, Jets Talk 24/7, right? It's going to be me and him going up against TD Finns Talk and Nikki Smokes. So I want you guys to subscribe to the AFC East Roundtable right now if you're not already, down below in the description, because it's going to be 2 Jets fans versus 2 Dolphins fans debating and previewing the Jets and the Dolphins game this Sunday. That's going to be tomorrow night on the AFC East Roundtable YouTube channel. So make sure you guys subscribe over there because that's going to be pretty crazy. It's going to be crazy. You know how Ryan is, and I can't wait to see him go at it with TD. All right, baby. Let's get into the keys to victory. Let's get into it. Let's get into the keys to victory. All right. Here are my keys to victory. First and foremost, protect Zach Wilson. Because when Zach Wilson was protected, he was slicing and dicing that defense. Now, the offensive line did not have a good day consistently, but when Zach Wilson was playing his best, guess what? The offensive line was playing at their best. In the fourth quarter, that offensive line got going. They were protecting Zach Wilson. Watch the film breakdown I did yesterday rather. There was so much time for Zach Wilson to throw. It was perfect pocket, and he was delivering the ball. So the Dolphins are a blitz-heavy team. They love to blitz. So it's up to the offensive line, and it's also up to Zach Wilson to get rid of the ball fast. And that's another key to victory that I have for Zach Wilson. Get rid of the ball fast. 1, 2, 3 step drop back. Get rid of the ball because they're going to throw some blitzes at you, 0 cover, and it's just going to be man one-on-one. And I like Elijah Moore in those situations. I like Garrett Wilson in those situations. So it's up to Zach Wilson to get rid of the ball fast, and it's up to the offensive line to give him time. It's a collective effort here. And it's also up to the wide receivers to get open. I got to establish a run game twice. Wow. Thanks for seeing that. That's embarrassing. Is that embarrassing, boys and girls? Yeah, it is. Thanks for the So now establish a run game. Maybe I really want the Jets team to establish a run game. Now, when it comes to establishing the run game, this won't be easy Because number one, this Jets offensive line has been banged up, and it's really hard to establish a run game with a revolving door at the offensive line. Cougar Tamer says, give a pair of black Air Forces we stole from the Steelers to Ryan this Friday. I love it. You guys saw the Jets post when we beat the Steelers? That was comedy, the black Air Forces. I love it. So establishing a run game. Breece Hall is breaking out, ladies and gentlemen. He just won Rookie of the Week. He got the game-winning touchdown. He had 66 rushing yards on 17 attempts. He is looking good. But the problem is the offensive line has not been consistent in the run game. You got to give Breece Hall the ball in space. There was one explosive play up the middle that was a really good blocking from McDermott and Nate Herbig and McGovern on that play. It was 2nd and 10, and he just exploded up the middle for a 15-yard gain. There was another time where it was a power O with both Carter and Hall on the field together, where Carter was the lead block, and Corey Davis had a phenomenal block on the edge, and Breece Hall exploded to the 5-yard line to the right. Later on in the game, it was the same exact play, but they flipped it around. Corey Davis setting the edge beautifully. I mean, his value to this team can't be understated about his blocking and his clutch ability in the fourth quarter. Michael Carter, the lead blocker again on that play, and Breece Hall went down there to the 5-yard line, and then Breece Hall gets the game winner. So it's up to this Jets team to really establish a run game because they did not help out Zach Wilson. They did not really establish a run game. They really only had 3 good running plays. All the other run attempts ran in. They got the ball, and there's a Pittsburgh Steelers guy in the backfield immediately. So it's up to the offensive line to create holes because Breece Hall is a dog. And don't sleep on Michael Carter. Just because Breece Hall is really surging right now does not mean Carter's a bum or anything. So the Miami Dolphins defense is extremely efficient against the run. But that doesn't mean the Jets should abandon the run. They still got to try it. Even though the Jets passing attack has been pretty good this year with Joe Flacco and Zach Wilson. So if the run game's not there, okay, you go back to the pass. But the thing about this team is you need to be able to set up the play action because if the run game's not working, then the defense is not going to bite on those play actions. And we saw the Steelers bite on a lot of play actions that set up this team. You saw in that game that crossing route over the middle to Tyler Conklin for 35 yards when we were deep in our own territory. That was because of the play action. It sucked both linebackers in, and it gave Tyler Conklin a wide open pass. You got to give a lot of credit to Mike LaFleur on that play for scheming him open. So you really got to establish a run game in this opportunity to set up the pass plays down the line. Now, go for explosive plays. The Miami Dolphins defense is a very aggressive defense that likes to blitz. They're a defense that relies on turnovers, and we'll probably turn the ball over a couple times, but we need to counter that with explosive plays. So when they get a little too aggressive and it's one-on-one coverage with Elijah Moore and if X plays or Byron Jones, I know he's out, whoever the cornerback is, Elijah Moore needs to get open on one-on-one opportunity. So does Garrett Wilson. So does Corey Davis. And I think they have a chance to get open. Garrett Wilson is unreal in one-on-one. I think he leads the league right now in separation on man coverage. So I think this Jets team has an opportunity here to get multiple explosive plays. I also think Breece Hall has a chance to break free on a run or even a screen pass because that guy is way too talented to not break free for a long touchdown this year. So I think go for explosive plays is a key because this Dolphins defense, they allow a lot of explosive plays, but they create a lot of turnovers and they're a high-scoring defense where they get pick sixes, they get fumble recoveries for 6, and they do strip sacks. So you got to be able to avoid those and go for the explosive plays. There's a lot of times on film where I saw Elijah Moore get pressed at the line of scrimmage and beat his man on a go route, but the ball didn't go his way because it went somewhere else and it was still a positive gain. So it's not that big of a deal. But Elijah Moore is winning his reps. It's up to Zach Wilson to take a shot down the field to Garrett Wilson, to Elijah Moore. It's also up to the wide receivers to get open. So going for explosive plays is going to be pivotal in this game because we know that the Miami Dolphins on the offensive side of the ball, they're going to be getting explosive plays with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, which we'll get to. So pass rush. This Jets defense needs to get to the quarterback. Now, it won't be easy because the Miami Dolphins offensive line has been good this year in pass protection. Teddy Bridgewater is a veteran quarterback. He knows how to get rid of the football. He's a little more elusive than people give him credit for. When he got subbed in last week against the Cincinnati Bengals, I remember a play, it was 3rd and 10, and he spun out of the pocket and picked up the first down with his legs. So It's not going to be easy to get to Teddy. But I like the matchup of Quinnen Williams on their interior offensive line. I think this is going to be Quinnen Williams' best game of the year. And that means he's going to have to dominate because Quinnen has been really good all season long. He's been playing like the best defensive tackle in the AFC so far this year. So I think this is a good opportunity because guess what? If the Jets do not get pressure on Teddy Bridgewater and you allow Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddles their routes to develop down the field, we're doomed. What did Joe Douglas say earlier in the season, early in the offseason? He said, how do you take out a $30 million per year wide receiver, referring to Tyreek Hill? You get to the quarterback. You're not going to be able to cover Tyreek Hill down the field every play. That's just the reality of it. Tyreek Hill is way too talented. He's way too fast. The Miami Dolphins have so much speed on their roster on the offense with Raheem Mostert and the two receivers where you got to get to the quarterback, because if you don't get to the quarterback and you allow Teddy Bridgewater to sit in the pocket and you allow the routes to develop down the field, we're pretty screwed. So containing Hill and Waddle comes with the pass rush because there's no containing Hill and Waddle without the pass rush. They're going to get open down the field. Now, I think it's a big test for Sauce and DJ Reed and the two safeties here, but you can't ask the secondary to be perfect against those two because speed kills in this league, and there are elite talent receivers. So you got to be able to contain Hill and Waddle by getting to the quarterback. So that's where it comes down to. If you do not get to the quarterback, we're absolutely screwed this game. It's that simple. So Quinnen Williams, I'm looking at you. Jermaine Johnson, I'm looking at you. John Franklin Myers, Carl Lawson, Bryce Huff, all the pass rushers. We had a good day against the Steelers. We had 3 total sacks. Quinnen Williams, Carl Lawson, and Jermaine Johnson all got sacks. Sheldon Rankins has been a pretty underrated player this year for the Jets so far in the pass rush. So it's really up to this Jets defense to get to the quarterback. Because if we do not get pass rush, we are absolutely screwed. If you allow Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle's routes to develop down the field, I got confidence in DJ Reed and Sauce Gardner, but I don't have that much confidence, right? Because also, if we can force Teddy into mistakes, that connects with the pass rush. You're not going to force Teddy into throwing the ball and making mistakes without getting to him, without getting pressure in his face. And that comes with interior pressure. Because if we can get interior pressure with Quinnen Williams, and then Teddy doesn't have anywhere to go because we're containing him with Lawson and Jermaine and John Franklin Myers on the edge, I like our chances there. So it really is, a defense is a big key. The defense has been playing good football. We're coming off a phenomenal game last week. I know it's against the Pittsburgh Steelers with a very struggling offense with Kenny Pickett and Mitch Trubisky. We had 4 interceptions, held them to under 200 yards, and the Jets defense exploded last week, especially in the secondary. But a lot of that had to do to the pass rush. And a lot of that had to do with the bad quarterback play of Trubisky and Pickett, for sure. But in the clutch, Kenny Pickett was baited by Sauce Gardner to throw that interception. So it's going to be a collective effort, and I think it's going to be a long day for the two safeties as well. LaMarcus Joyner and Jordan Whitehead, they're coming off the games of their careers, or should I say Jets' careers. But they've struggled in this season. And Tyreek Hill is going to be sprinting down the field on those two, and they got to be making sure that the communication is sound, and they got to look for those deep posts over the middle. Now, limit Miami's explosives. And the reason why I say limit is because there's going to be explosive plays from the Miami Dolphins. Teddy Bridgewater has a cannon of an arm. He can throw that ball down the field. Teddy Bridgewater can, if Tyreek Hill gets loose down the field, Teddy's going to hit him. So you got to be able to limit Miami's explosives. If you give up 1 or 2 explosive plays, okay. It's up to the offense to match that with their own explosive plays. We cannot allow the Miami Dolphins to have 3, 4, 5 explosive plays because that's how you lose the game. So I think we have the Dolphins right where we want them in terms of having a home game at this opportunity with the Jets coming off a victory like they did on the road. But at the same time, the Jets have not won 1 game at home yet this year. The Jets have not won back-to-back games yet under Robert Saleh. The Jets have not won an AFC East game so far under Robert Saleh. So this is a big-time opportunity for the Jets to cancel all those things out. Now, I know Miami has a lot of confidence in this game, as they should. And this is their game to lose, to be honest. I mean, the Jets are the underdog for a reason. We're 2-2. We have a young quarterback. The Dolphins are 3-1, and they have a backup quarterback out there. This is a really, really big opportunity for this Jets team. And then containing Hill and Waddle, I already briefly talked on it, but basically the way you contain Hill and Waddle is by getting to Teddy Bridgewater. You're not covering those two guys consistently all game long. Like Sauce Gardner, I really hope the Jets go in man coverage a little bit because zone is I'm worried about the zone. I'm scared that Tyreek is just going to absolutely just find the soft spot in the zone and burn us all the time. I like DJ Reed and Sauce in man-to-man on Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Not saying they're going to lock him down, but I like that a little better. So this is a big test for Sauce. Now, Sauce has been spectacular as a rookie. DJ Reed has been a sensational corner free agent acquisition for the Jets. But this is the true test. This is the true test. Big-time true test. All right, let's get into the Jets X factors. Jets over 5.5. Jets win. Hell yeah, I made that bet too before it. I like Sauce as a Dolphins fan. Respect. What's up, bro? Yeah, Sauce has a big opportunity here to prove his worth. Now, I'm not expecting Sauce to lock down Tyreek Hill or anything like that, but I am expecting him to make a couple plays. Okay, so that's the keys to win. Let's get into the Jets X factors of the game. First one is Zach Wilson. He's going to be on this list every game. I mean, there's not a time where a quarterback is not an X factor for the game. Can Zach Wilson play consistent football for 4 quarters? I don't know. I do need to make sure you guys understand that Zach Wilson, as good as he played in that 4th quarter against the Steelers, he still had a lot of turnover-worthy plays, and he wasn't perfect. So there's still going to be some turnover-worthy plays that he needs to work on in this game. He's going to be indecisive on a play and throw it a duck up and maybe get picked off and maybe be returned for 6. Right? So this is where this Jets offense, the coaching staff, the offensive line, all those things need to come into fruition. And I got to call out my negative Jets fan every time he's in my streams. I love you, Modine, but just so you're aware, you did say the Steelers are going to blow out the Jets last week. So you can keep saying every week the Jets going to get blown out, but you have no accountability. Steelers are going to blow out the Jets last week. That's what you were saying last week. So I don't know if you're a Jets fan or what, but I love your negativity because it feeds the channel and I appreciate you. But at the same time, you said that the Jets are going to blow out the Steelers. Excuse me. You said the Steelers are going to blow out the Jets. You said that. Just saying. So Zach Wilson has a big-time opportunity. Big-time opportunity. Because Zach Wilson had one phenomenal quarter in the 4th quarter. I think that quarter was the best quarter of his young career. That was his best game of his life. Excuse me, best quarter of his life. The best quarter of his life was against the Steelers in the 4th. So this is where I want to see Zach Wilson continue to make strides in the right direction. This is what I'm trying to say here. All right, Modine, maybe you didn't say blowout, but I guarantee you have the Steelers beating the Jets. That's my point. You always pick the Jets to lose. And maybe that's your strategy. You pick the Jets to lose all the time so then they can win and prove you wrong. I don't know. But you definitely didn't have the Jets beating the Steelers. I know that. Maybe you didn't say the Steelers will blow out the Jets, but you definitely had the Steelers beating the Jets. Correct me if I'm wrong. So Zach Wilson had his best quarter of his professional career against the Steelers in the 4th. So how can Zach Wilson string that into a full game? He's not going to be perfect this game. I mean, if he is, then guess what? Jets fans will be elated because we're winning that football game. If Zach Wilson plays the way he did in that 4th quarter throughout the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter against the Dolphins, we're winning that game. We are. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen, though, so I'm not banking on it. But Zach Wilson, if he can be precise, if he can just pick apart the defense, step up into his throws, and play within the scheme. And I do want to see Zach use his legs a little more because he is an athlete, man. Zach Wilson has what it takes to make people miss, pick up the first down with his legs, escape pressure. I want to see him get more confidence in that ability to escape and extend plays because I think Zach Wilson possesses a very unique talent to extend plays. He really does. He has a unique ability to, whether it's falling back, whether it's like a 10-step drop back. Remember that play? He dropped a bucket, dropped it into the bucket to Corey Davis, which was unfortunately incomplete at the 3-yard line. That was a dime from Zach Wilson. Pressure was in his face. So I think Zach Wilson has a really big opportunity here to prove that he's taken that year 2 leap. And he has all of his playmakers healthy, but the offensive line is a little banged up. So the Miami Dolphins are going to be setting the pressure. It's up to Zach Wilson to understand where the pressure is coming from, getting rid of the ball quickly, be precise, be accurate, be poised. All right, Modine, you didn't say that last week. I believe you. Maybe I'm wrong. But you're saying the Miami Dolphins will blow out the Jets this week. So we'll see if you're right. So Breece Hall is the next X factor for me because Breece Hall is ascending as one of the top young running backs in the NFL slowly and surely. He's becoming a truly NFL-style running back before our very eyes. If Breece Hall can get cooking in this game, which won't be easy because the Dolphins are a top 5 defense against the run, I'm still looking at Breece Hall to do well in the passing game. I'm still looking at Breece Hall to get explosive runs. All it takes is one hole for Breece Hall to explode through, and he's absolutely gone. So Breece Hall is such an important piece to this offense. That's what I'm trying to say. Breece Hall has every single opportunity here. I love Richie. He cool. I hate the Jets, though. I appreciate Dolphins fans that hate the Jets, but they love me. Respect to you. Thank you for watching my channel. It means a lot. But Breece Hall is an X factor here because if he has a big-time game on the ground, I like our chances because we need to make sure that we can establish a run game eventually this season. It's not going to be easy. Elijah Moore. How about E. Moore, baby? When is the breakout going to come? Now, I've been saying he's going to break out every week. I understand that. But Elijah Moore had his best game of the season last year against the Miami Dolphins because he got loose on a 62-yard touchdown run, and he just picked apart that secondary, and they were healthy. Byron Jones and Xavier Howard cannot contain Elijah Moore as a rookie. Now he's in year number 2. Elijah Moore is getting open. So I think this is going to be a big-time test for Elijah Moore, and I think he's a big X factor because he is a guy that Zach Wilson needs to rely on a little more, for sure. So I think that Elijah Moore is an X factor. When it comes to the defense, Quinnen Williams, this is his best opportunity to take over a game. He can have an Aaron Donald type of game this one because the Miami Dolphins stink up front in the inside. So they don't stink on the outside. They got Armstead. They got good tackles. But Eichenberg as their guard. Quinnen Williams has been dominating everybody in front of him. Everyone in front of him. Everyone. So this is what I'm trying to say, baby. This is what I'm trying to say. Modine, I'm sorry to correct you again, man, but the Jets beat the Steelers in the first quarter. The Jets beat the Steelers in the second quarter. They lost the third quarter, and they won the fourth quarter. So they won 3 out of the 4 quarters against the Steelers, just so you know. They had the lead in the first quarter. Second, they fell apart in the end of the second quarter for sure. But the fourth quarter is good. And you're right. They have to prove a lot. They haven't proved anything yet. And I hear you, Mo. I hear you, Mo. Hopefully one day this Mo will come out here and just all of a sudden be positive. That's the day when the Jets really turn it around. I don't know if that day will ever come, though. It's all love, Modine. I appreciate you. Quinnen Williams. I know Dolphins fans are scared of this guy. If you're not scared of him, go watch what he's been doing all year. And then you'll be like, oh, crap. We are screwed. because Quinnen Williams can single-handedly disrupt this entire game. He has that ability. He can get to Teddy Bridgewater even eating up a double team. He can eat up a double team and get to Teddy and destroy him. And I'm expecting him to do just that. Now, the next three guys are all in the secondary because we got to go up against Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, DJ Reed, and Sauce Gardner, and LaMarcus Joyner. The reason why I have LaMarcus Joyner is because he's coming off his best game as a Jet. Can he replicate that? Because we're going to need him more than ever before. He was elite on that deep throws down the field. He locked down George Pickens on a deep route over the middle. He locked down Chase Claypool when he got that pass deflection, and he tipped it up for Jordan Whitehead to intercept it. Can Joyner contain or stay with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill down the field? I don't know. But Joyner, I'm looking at you, bro, because we need you, man. We need you. Now, DJ Reed and Sauce Gardner, I have confidence in them to do their job over on the perimeter. But over the middle, I'm a little concerned about the defense. How is CJ Mosley, Quan Alexander, Jordan Whitehead, and LaMarcus Joyner going to be able to contain those guys over the middle, which is why the zone coverage is a little skeptical for me. So this is why I have the three guys in the secondary, because the Jets defense broke out last week. Secondary, we have 4 interceptions, and we were balling out. We were balling out in that secondary. So I really feel like this Jets team as a whole has a good opportunity here to break free. Oof, this is going to be a game, guys. This is going to be a game. This is going to be a game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. So I want to open this up to a Q&A from the Dolphins fans in the chat, the Jets fans in the chat. So whether it's any injury stuff you want to talk about, that's going to give some team the advantage over that. The coaching battle between Saleh and McDaniel, Teddy Bridgewater versus Zach Wilson. Any Dolphins fans have any questions about the Jets in terms of they don't know anything about our team? Like, okay, what about the Jets? This, and that. Nicholas, I love this. Corey Davis and X Factor. Corey Davis is continuously being the most underrated player on this team by Jets fans. Leads the team in receiving yards. And without him, I don't know where this Jets team would be, because he's a big key to those 2 wins. He got loose on that broken down play against the Browns for that touchdown, and he stepped up in the 4th quarter, and Zach Wilson absolutely loves Corey Davis. So you can definitely say Corey Davis is an X factor for sure. No doubt about it. Who's more injured, Jets or Dolphins? I think the Dolphins are more injured. They got their backup quarterback, and they're banged up all over the place. All right, Jets Forever. I want you to answer this question for me, my man. What more does Corey Davis have to do to not think he's trash? Because I definitely think you have a personal thing against him, because after that game, after he literally basically helped Zach Wilson win this game, you still think he's trash. So I want to ask you this. What does Corey Davis have to do to prove to you that he's not trash? Because I think the only reason why you think he's trash is because you're holding on to the fact that he was a 5th overall pick and hasn't lived up to that. And we didn't draft him 5th overall. We signed him in free agency. Because I simply just want to know. I think it's a personal thing against him. Because even if he goes for 250, I guarantee, hypothetically speaking, if Corey Davis goes for 250 yards and 3 touchdowns on Sunday, Jets Forever on Monday is still going to say he's trash. Like, there's nothing Corey Davis could do that will change his mind on Corey Davis. There's nothing he can do, which is why I cannot take his take seriously at all. I find it hilarious. So this is going to be opened up to a Jets Q&A. Super Chats cut the line and go first. If you guys have any questions regarding this matchup against the Miami Dolphins, please feel free to let me know in the chat. And we're going to go over, baby. Corey is not trash, but he's not a number 1 receiver. He's our wide receiver number 3. And do I have to pull up this graphic right here? I mean, if we're going to get into this Corey Davis stuff, I guess we got to. If that's going to be a topic point. And I'm just proving everyone wrong, and it feels good, man. Not saying Corey Davis is the best player on this team. He's not. Garrett Wilson's better. Elijah Moore's better. But as a wide receiver 3, he leads the Jets in receiving yards. Now, that's not trash, if you ask me. Now, where is it? Okay. Now, I got to pull this up. Since we're on the Corey Davis talk, I would love you guys to answer this question for the people that think he's trash. Okay, so Corey Davis. He's in the same breath as CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Tyreek Hill, Courtland Sutton, and Stephon Diggs for the most 15-plus yard receptions. Now, hello? You guys see the players that he's here with? CeeDee Lamb is a number 1 receiver. You guys see a common trend here. Look at this. CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver number 1 for the Cowboys. A.J. Brown, number 1 receiver for the Eagles. Tyreek Hill, number 1 receiver for the Dolphins. Courtland Sutton, number 1 receiver for the Broncos. Stephon Diggs, number 1 receiver for the Bills. Corey Davis, number 3 receiver for the Jets. Like, this has nothing to do with PFF, guys. This is a straight stat. This isn't a grade. This is a stat. So I just don't get the personal vendetta against Corey Davis because he's been excellent in the run game, blocking, and he's been so reliable for this Jets team. He doesn't have a perfect career for the Jets. That's not what I'm saying. But I just don't get why people can't give him credit. It just mind boggles me. $5 super chat. Appreciate you, my man. I'll be at this game, my first NFL game, and we're probably going to find a way to lose. I can't lie, but I'm excited nonetheless. Hopefully we don't find a way to lose. It's possible, but hopefully it doesn't happen. I appreciate the $5 donation, my man, and enjoy your first ever NFL game. It's going to be packed. There's going to be a lot of Dolphins fans there, so a little warning. Miami Dolphins fans definitely represent big time. So I appreciate you sending in some $5 to the chat. Really does mean a lot. And hopefully to see you there because I'll be there as well. I will be at the game, indeed. I'll be there at the game. Personal is crazy, LMAO. That man is trash. I'm sorry, Jets Forever. I love you, but the more you talk in the chat, the more I just can't take your opinions. Because, like, you're just basing all of this off of, like, nothing. It makes me laugh. I love you. Never change. Never change. Because I know for a fact, and I have to say it again because it makes me laugh of this hypothetical. Corey Davis, 3 touchdowns, 150 yards in a game winner on Sunday. You're still going to say he's trash. That tells me all I need to know. Since training camp, Saleh has consistently said Corey is the number 1 receiver. Zach is most comfortable looking his way. And that's true. In terms of like the system, he's the quote unquote number 1 receiver because he's that outside guy, but doesn't mean he's going to be, the number 1 guy in terms of scheme. What has Corey Davis done? Do I really have to go into the stats and show this guy what he's done and go into the film? Do I really have to do it? I really don't want to waste time. Who leads the Jets in receiving yards? Who stepped up in the fourth quarter, got the touchdown from Zach Wilson, who completed the 4th and 7 play, who had a great 2nd and 9 completion, who on 3rd down he was there. I mean, how many times do I have to just... Zach is the reason he looked good. Corey Davis has to be open in order for him to get open, to get those plays. How many ints will Zach have this week? 2, 3, or 4? Now, I'm definitely expecting Zach to throw interceptions on Sunday, Mo, to be real. I'm hoping it's 1. But there's definitely a good chance he throws 2 because the Miami Dolphins are a team that they did not get an interception on Thursday night against the Bengals. And Joe Burrow actually does throw a lot of interceptions, as good as the quarterback he is. But I'm hoping it's just 1. But there's definitely a chance that he throws a bunch because I still think he's learning, man. Davis is very capable, but he's a bitch sometimes. Very inconsistent. I mean, last year he was very inconsistent. This year, not so much. He's been consistent all year. So last year he started off really strong, Corey Davis, and then he started to have drop issues, and then he got injured. So you're right. He was inconsistent last year. This year, not yet, at least. And the best part about Corey is he's not the guy, right? We have Elijah Moore. We have Corey. We have Garrett Wilson. We have Braxton Berrios. We have Tyler Conklin. We have all these guys. So we're not relying on that, man. Finsven here telling all you guys to smash that like button. Thank you, Earl. That means a lot, man. Everyone listen to Earl. Let's get to 100 likes if you're enjoying the show, man. R&R also stops by to hit the like button. Thank you, man. We appreciate that. Personally, I don't like Davis, but he's getting the job done. Respect. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying you guys got to praise the man. You got to give him the respect when he's doing his job, and this man's doing his job. Corey Davis is not trash. He's a good receiver to have, but I wouldn't pay him number one receiver money, and I might move on from him next year depending on how he finishes the year. Yeah, if you look at his contract, he's not being paid like a number one receiver. He's being paid like a number 3 receiver. So we got him for a good value. White tops and black bottoms grew on me. Same, bro. I love those jerseys. I really do. I think it's very underrated. Corey Davis is locked in always, hence that fourth quarter touchdown against the Browns. 100%. He also is like the best Jets run blocker as well. Hey, Richie, this Sunday, do you think we should blitz Teddy to get the ball out quick or play cover 2 and keep everything in front? I think that the Jets are going to stick to their scheme and not blitz and rely on their 4-man rush because we need as many guys in the secondary to contain those guys, and I think that they trust the 4 pass rushers to go out there. I would like a couple blitzes here and there, but don't rely on it. I would like to see CJ Mosley come out there once. Quan on a blitz, maybe a nickel blitz, maybe a safety blitz here and there, but we'll see, man. Davis was bad last year with the drops, but this year he's been lights out except for the drop he had in the Ravens game. He's done his thing this year. They said during training camp, best wide receiver, for sure. Do you think the Jets will keep Corey next year? Listen, the way I'm looking at it, I know there's rumors about Corey being traded at the trade deadline because there's teams interested in him. Like, if Corey plays the rest of the season the way he's doing right now, then why would you move on from him? I know you're going to gain cap space, but why would you move off of a player who has chemistry with your quarterback who is a veteran in the room? Now, I don't know why the Jets would want to move on from him in that way, especially where you can – it's not like he's a free agent. We have to renegotiate a contract. We still have him for $11, $12 million, which is really cheap. He still has to prove himself. He still has to go throughout the season because he was very inconsistent last year. There's a lot that Corey needs to prove. But if he continues to play the way he started off the year, these 4 weeks, because, by the way, if he plays the way he's done the first 4 weeks for the rest of the year, he's going to have over 1,000 yards. So, any chance JD trades Mims to the Giants for a 4th or 5th? Now, that's another interesting thing is Denzel Mims. I feel so bad for the man. I mean, this guy can't see the field, and he's just waiting for someone to get hurt. I got confidence in Denzel to step in, which is why I'd rather the Jets to keep Denzel and not trade him away, because if Corey Davis goes down, and he's been injury-prone throughout his career, Denzel Mims is the next man up. And I got the confidence in Denzel to step in and make an impact immediately. I really do. I really do. If he can clean up those mental mistakes, for sure. Sauce made the number 1 on the top 25 rookie list. Hell yeah, he did. Also, Garrett Wilson was number 25. Jermaine Johnson was number 18. And Breece Hall is number 8. The Jets have their top 4 rookies on there. Corey on track for 1,000 yards. Yeah, he leads the Jets in receiving. He's trending up, so if he keeps this up, we'll keep him. Hell yeah. This game should be on primetime, right? Yeah, the Jets only have one primetime game this year. We have to prove our worth before we get to more primetime games. We haven't really proved anything yet, but we are in a really good situation. Sauce versus Waddle. Can't wait for that. More Wilson Mims as 3 wide receiver set with the young gun Zach attack leading the way. Watch out. Oh, yeah, baby. We're deep at receiver, bro. We are very deep. We are very deep. We are very, very deep at the wide receiver position, and it's a very good sign. Woo! I am so pumped up for this game, guys. Oh, we got 69 likes. Nice. That's nice. Who wants to break that up and get 70? Who wants to break that up? All right. You guys heard Mo in the chat. He wants the final score predictions. All right, everybody. Score predictions for this game. We'll come back here. Final score predictions. Let's hear it. 34-24 Jets. Whew, that's a very optimistic. 30-24 Jets. 30-20 Jets. Wow. 24-21 Miami. 30-21 Jets. 84-0 Jets. Yeah. Nice. Mo has 31-14 Jets. I mean, at least Mo has the Jets getting 2 touchdowns. I respect that. High scoring game, 34-31, Jets in a nail biter. I'd love this. 24-21 Jets. 17-10 Jets. 28-20 Jets. A lot of people are expecting the Jets to win. Yikes. The experts have the Dolphins, though, so that's what we'd like to see. Are people able to buy Jets jerseys at MetLife? Yes. You can buy a jersey at MetLife, Matthew. The Jets need to play consistently on both sides of the ball this game Sunday and clean up those costly penalties. Freeway Chris with a $5 super chat. I agree. Listen, man, the penalties have been really bad this year. You know, we're good in some aspects of penalties. In the defensive holding and the, secondary penalties, we've been clean. But when it comes to the, the roughing the passer and the unnecessary roughness stuff, that needs to be cleaned up because that cannot continue. That can just lose us games. The fact that the Jets had all those penalties in the fourth quarter and was still able to overcome that I don't know how they did that. I don't know. That was crazy. So you're 100% correct, Freeway Chris. We need to clean up those penalties. Richie, Jets are 2-0 against backup quarterbacks. Be 3-0 after this week. I'm down, bro. 30-13 Jets. All right. I got the Jets winning 24-21. Okay. Wow. Only reason why I have not gotten a Garrett Wilson jersey this year yet is because I don't want to get it and then have him change his number to 5 and become GW5. Yeah, I know a lot of people are doing that. I ordered my Sauce jersey, but it's coming October 13th, and I want it for the game, so I'm going to buy it at MetLife. You're going to return it, I'm assuming? Anything at MetLife-wise is $60 more than online. That's true. Zach will be the X factor in this game. You can't game plan for a player like him when he's bring all facets of the game to the field. Guys, Zach Wilson possesses so much talent that we don't even understand as a Jets fan base. We really don't understand his full potential yet. And if it all clicks, now I don't know if it's all going to click on Sunday, but if Zach can stay healthy and the playmakers stay healthy and the offensive line protects him and he is doing what we can, oh my God. His talent, man, the way that the ball explodes off of his hands are crazy, bro. The talent's undeniable. It's a divisional game, and those games can go any way. Hope Jets pull out the victory. 21-17 Jets. It's true, man. The Jets have a gigantic opportunity here to prove that this, because if we beat the Dolphins, guys, I don't think we understand how much that means for the season. All of a sudden, if we beat the Dolphins, we're 3-2, second in the division. We're right there in the wild card hunt. Just saying. I mean, we still got to beat them before we get to that, and it won't be easy. We're the underdogs for a reason, but I don't know, man. It's tough because the amount of times that the Jets have got a big win, and then we're all excited, and they come out there with a donut and lose is way too much. I mean, Jets fans know that way too well. So will that change? I don't know. Zach throws 2 touchdowns, 0 picks, over 200 yards with Miami's banged up secondary. Please, bro. Tired of Zach getting hurt one way or another. He needs better prep. Yeah, I agree. That's something that one thing I really need to see from Zach outside of his play is stay healthy for the rest of the year. Please. Please. Is that too much to ask? Let's slow our roll. Wait until for Sunday. What do you mean? Huff DJ with Ashton Davis over the top. He'll shut down. Hell yeah. Huff will throw a perfect Zach will throw a perfect game. I hope you're right, bro. Please. Bro, 3-2. If that happens, we're going to the playoffs. We got the shitty-looking Broncos, the garbage Patriots, and a relatively easy schedule after the bye. 10-7 is not realistic. Hawk, I don't want to get overzealous, and I don't want to get crazy right here. But if we're 3-2, then yes, the playoffs are alive. The playoffs are alive if we're 3-2. Now, it's so crazy to think that that's even possible. And it stinks that the Bills lost that game, won that game against the Ravens, because if the Ravens beat the Bills in that game, we'd be going for the first place in division this week. It's all good. You cannot lock both Hill and Waddle. One of them's getting the ball. They haven't even needed us Gesicki or Cedric Wilson yet. Yeah, they're not locking them both down. No one's saying that's even possible. You got to get to Teddy Bridgewater. Zach, 230, 2 touchdowns, and 0 picks. Let's do Zach Wilson stat predictions. I got Zach Wilson throwing for 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a fumble, and a dub. That's my stat prediction for Zach. Bills are not unbeatable, as Miami showed, but we don't have to sweep the Bills. We just have to find a way to beat them once. We'll sweep the Pats. Hawk, don't make it seem like it's easy to sweep the Patriots, bro. We have not beat the Patriots in so long. I don't care who's on the field. Until Bill Belichick is not their head coach, I'm not taking the Patriots lightly, especially head-to-head. 225, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. Zach throws for under 250. We lose, over, and it's a win. It's true. 63 of 63, 678 passing yards, 43 rushing yards, 8 touchdowns, no picks. There we go, bro. 222, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. I can see that happening. I really hope Zach can limit the interceptions this game to 1. I'll give you 1 pick, Zach, but let's limit that. Miami may have the best wide receiver tandem, but we have one of the best CB tandems. Very true. Zach, those were 300-plus yards, rushed for 15, and throws for 2 touchdowns, or at least that's what I want to see. Yep, that's what I want to see too. Zach is having his first 400-yard game at home against the Patriots. I'm calling it now. We're going to embarrass them. Bro, the Patriots, Hawk, please be correct. That's all I'm going to say to that. 321 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Sheesh, you guys are high on Zach. Can someone ban this bozo? Mo Dean's such a loser. Tommy, we have to have the negative energy just like the positive energy, Tommy, I guess. It's the yin and yang of life. If we're all positive, then we need the negative people in the world. And you know me, I'm no negative. I'm realistic, but I'm not a negative person. I don't connect with negative energy. That's just how I am. Hall has 82 yards, a touchdown, a fumble. Carter, 49 yards, 0 touchdowns, and a fumble. All right, Jacob. I like that. If the line can hold up, anything is possible. Hell yeah, OL, offensive line. It's true. 3 interceptions, isn't that unbelievable? Yeah, I mean, I hope that it's not the case, but we'll see. Our wide receivers versus their CBs is better than their wide receivers versus our corners. I mean, this is if their corners are injured, correct? Mutfield's got Zach going for 23 for 32, 313, 3 touchdowns, 1. Oh, my God. Start Zach in fantasy if this is what he's going to do. The key to the game is the O-line. They need to cut the runners free. Hell yeah. Win at the line, win the game. Win the trenches, baby. Sauce gets 2 picks, calling it now. I hope. The Finn CBs might get a little banged up, but Javon Holland is still back there. Yeah, Holland is a dog. Holland is one of the top young safeties in the league. Is Dwayne Brown available for Sunday? He is practicing, and he is eligible to return. So we don't know yet. I'm sure the Jets are going to keep that in-house until Sunday, but that'll be big if Dwayne Brown can come back. So if Brown comes back and plays left tackle, I don't know if they're going to ask AVT to go to right tackle or they're going to put AVT back at right guard and maybe Mike Remmers at right tackle or just roll with McDermott at right tackle. I'm not sure. But if Dwayne Brown is available, that's a huge plus. But at the same time, AVT looks so good at left tackle. So it's like, I don't know. Would love for them to start on defense because a sack and a third 3-and-out first drive. That would be huge. I would love for us to play more under center and use play-action rollouts to get the defense flowing one way using Zach's ability. What do you think, Richie? Yeah, we saw that last week. There was a beautiful play where Zach Wilson was under center, play-action, bootleg. He rolled to his right, and he found Corey Davis on the run for a first down. You got to get Zach Wilson moving, man, because he's elite on the run. I mean, he really possesses so much talent that way. What I want to see, though, is can we see one of those Zach Wilson magic throws this week where the play breaks down, he rolls out to his left or to his right, and somebody breaks off the route and is wide open down the field, and Zach finds him for a touchdown? Like, is that too much to ask for? Does Elijah Moore go off next game? I hope. Would like to see Zach limit the picks and a win. If so, I'll be happy. Bro, I just want the win, man. Honestly, this is one of those games where I don't care how it happens. I really don't care how it happens. I don't care if Zach Wilson struggles and the run game and the defense carries his team to victory. I need to win this game. Yes, I want to see Zach play well. I understand that. But this game means so much to this team. So much. Because this could be the game that sparks this team for a playoff run. And that's not me being delusional. That's a real thing, guys. Did we think we were in this position heading into the season? I don't think so. I don't think the most optimistic Jets fan would have thought this even possible. Conklin is going to have a big game. I like that. I like Conklin having a big game. He's becoming a very reliable player on this Jets offense, streaking over the middle on those third downs. I really like Tyler Conklin, man. Taking the W will shut the haters on a national stage. It really will, bro. I don't care that Tua's out. I don't care that Teddy Bridgewater is playing. The entire world is thinking that the Dolphins are going to steamroll us. So if we beat the Dolphins at home on Sunday and go to 3-2, all of a sudden we're the talk of the league. We really are. I mean, you cannot talk about the New York Jets after this if we beat them. And that's going to be beautiful if that happens. So much has to go the Jets' way for this W to happen, man. So much. The defense, the offense, the special teams, everything needs to connect, man. Start off strong, finish off strong. And that's how we beat the Steelers, man. We started off the game hot in the first quarter. We started playing crappy football in the second and third quarter, but then we finished strong. If that could be our trend this year, starting strong and ending strong, I'll take it. You'd prefer to play good all 60 minutes, but that's not realistic for this team, I guess, at this point. If we beat Miami, then Green Bay, the sky's the limit. 4-2? Bro, let's get to Miami first before we talk about Green Bay. Tomorrow night's going to be crazy on the roundtable when we get into heated debates. That's going to be fun, man. That's going to be lots of fun, man. It starts in the division. Win the division, it'll be playoff time. It's true, man. This Jets team is not going to be respected until we win our divisional games. We have 6 division games. Can we go 3-3? I want to go 2-4 minimum. Minimum 2-4. Beat the Dolphins, beat the Patriots at least once. If we get swept by the Bills, okay. I'm making the thing low here. I'm not expecting the Jets to dominate the AFC East this year because they've not proven that they can yet. But Robert Saleh made it a point of emphasis after the year to close the gap in the division, and now's their time to prove that they can do that. Who's going to be the guy? Who's going to be the star of the game? Who's going to be that guy that steps up for the Jets? Is it going to be Sauce? Is it going to be Garrett Wilson? Is it going to be Zach Wilson? Is it going to be Tyler Conklin? I don't know who the hell it's going to be. I don't give a crap who it is, but make sure it's someone. Guys, if you can help me out to get to 100 likes, that'd be greatly appreciated. We've got 86 likes with 104 people watching, so I know for a fact that the Jets and the Dolphins fans are in here that did not hit that like button. So please do that. Another thing the Jets need to do that they've been struggling with so far this year is playing good on first down, because the first down offense has been really bad. Really bad. Like, the Jets have been setting themselves up for third and long. And kudos to the Jets for capitalizing on their third and longs, because I don't know how they're able to do that. But they need to be able to play better on first and 10. Because how many times have they just run the ball on first and 10 and it's a negative gain, it's second and 12, and then it's a run, and then it's third and 7. Way too many times. So we need to make sure we play good on first down and get third and short opportunities. Maybe stay ahead of the sticks. Get a first down on second down, right? That's where you got to get the W's. So I'm not going to be live for the game, guys. I will be at the game on Sunday for Jets Media Day. It's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait to be there with all you guys. It's going to be great. First annual Jets Media Day is underway. So again, we got 9 more likes until 100. Smash that thumbs up if you're not already. If you already did, I appreciate you big time. So this is going to be a big game, guys. The Jets are going to be tested by a pesky Mike McDaniel Miami Dolphins team. He's going to have his team ready, but hopefully Robert Saleh has his team ready and we can come out there with the dub. So I'm going to wrap up the stream here, guys. We greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in live to the Jets Media Flight Preview segment. We're going to be live again tomorrow on the channel. We're also going to be live in the AFC East Roundtable tomorrow night. So stay tuned. There's a lot of content coming your way. We greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning into the chat. Let's go Jets. We're going to get this dub on Sunday. I'm manifesting it, baby. Manifesting a dub. 24-21 Jets, baby. Let's go. Let's go Jets. Catch you guys tomorrow, baby. Let's go Jets, baby. Woo!